Let's go to the Beloit Board of Education. John?
I'm coming to you tonight. I'm coming to you tonight pretty fired up because of something that happened a while back, but it's still got me going. On Friday, March the 29th, the Wall Street Journal had an editorial. And in that editorial, they referred to the 9 school districts in Beloit where the vouchers are proposed. And they referred to them as containing lousy public schools. And that really irritated me. That just flat irritated me. They were talking about Beloit. And this went out to a national audience. In fact, the first I heard about it was when a friend in Ohio sent a clipping from the Wall Street Journal. This incredibly untrue statement, talking about our schools and our community, if vouchers come to Beloit, we're going to be stuck with this label. No matter how exceptionally our school district performs, the perception of a failing school district will remain. Our community needs to view this with alarm. It's universally understood that home values increase in direct proportion to rising performance by the local school district. Putting voucher schools in the community labels the community school system as failing, or to use the Wall Street Journal's word, lousy, which destroys positive perception of our local schools, and this in turn lowers property values. My friends in the business community fully understand this phenomenon. They also understand that for a business to recruit the best talent available in our highly competitive world, the perceived quality of a local school district is also often the paramount factor in a prospective employee's relocation decision. It's also quite often a factor in terms of when a company relocates and wants to come to a community, they look at the school district and they generally pay most attention to the perceived rather than the actual. And again, putting vouchers in affects the perceived. This voucher program is therefore a significant challenge and a significant danger to our community's economic development efforts. Now let's talk about some of the realities in our school district. On April 9th, about a week and a half after the Wall Street Journal editorial, graduation rates for every public high school in the state of Wisconsin were released. I'm proud to say that our school district did very well. To me, the most meaningful measure of success is the legacy graduation rate. And the legacy graduation rate covers kids who take not only 4 years to graduate, but more than 4 years to graduate, 5 years or more. These are the kids that we have to hold on to. These are the kids that we have to drag back in. These are the kids that matter. These are the kids that take the extra effort to get them through. And that's what the legacy rate measures. And so therefore, looking at the graduates, in other words, their legacy rate, Beloit's graduation rate was 94%. The state average is a little lower, 90.6%. That's the average for the whole state. Which, by the way, so happens to be one of the best graduation rates in the nation. Our state is ranked very highly as a state in terms of graduation rates, and we did better. Okay? I'm also very proud of our minority graduation rates. Our African American students, our Hispanic students, our Asian students all had graduation rates exceeding the state averages. Specifically, we were looking at Beloit's African American graduation rate of 74.6% versus the state's average of 62.7%. I think that's cause for celebration. Beloit's Hispanic graduation rate was 77.9% versus the state average of 74.3%. In addition, 100% of our Asian kids graduated, while the statewide average was a mere 88.4%. Moreover, while we certainly remain concerned about the achievement gap between African American students and Caucasian students in this school district and everywhere else, the fact is that when it comes to the latest graduation rates, our gap here in Beloit is only about half as wide as the state's gap measured by graduation rate. So I thought that was interesting as well. We are making progress. We aren't there yet. Let's talk a little bit more about our outstanding high school. Steve referred to already the 22 advanced placement courses that we have in high school. Advanced placement courses, basically, if you take the course and pass a test, You then get college credit. I don't believe there are any voucher schools in the state that have 22 AP courses, or even half that. Also, we have a program called Youth Options, which allows our high school students to enroll in courses offered at UW Rock County or Beloit College or Blackhawk Tech in instances where an equivalent course is not offered to high school. The district pays the tuition. This is a phenomenal opportunity. It's not available to students at voucher schools. And also, we have courses that are technical and vocational education courses, which are using the same curriculum as those at Blackhawk Tech, and they are what they call articulated, which simply means that you will get credit for those courses, college credit for those courses at Blackhawk Tech. And again, you're not having to pay the tuition at Blackhawk Tech to get those courses. So these are extraordinary opportunities that are available through us that aren't available through voucher schools. There's a lot more. Our jazz band was again recognized as one of the best in the entire nation. They're going to the essentially Ellington Jazz Festival in New York City, which is the premier event of its kind in the country. They are one of only 15 schools selected from across the entire nation to attend this, one of only 3 from the Midwest. And they are actually going for the 3rd time in a 5-year period. Our theater group is going to be going to Edinburgh, Scotland, to the Fringe Festival, which is internationally a prestigious festival. And this is just an extraordinary achievement, and they're going to perform there. And this is the 2nd time that they're going in a period of 5 years. Again, just an extraordinary achievement from a school that's hardly failing. We offer a full range, too, of art classes at the high school. And I urge you, if you haven't been down to the Art Incubator to see the high school exhibit, there's only 2 more days left, tomorrow and Friday. They are open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so you've got to kind of work it into the middle of your day, but it's worth going down. We have immensely talented art students. Some of the work down there is clearly very saleable. It's clearly hard to distinguish from professional. It's just extraordinary. Then there's so much more. We got an athletic program. We've got all kinds of things that go on here what is definitely not a failing school. Now let's take a look at voucher schools. Statewide WKCE test scores have just been released. In both Milwaukee and Racine, the 2 places where vouchers already exist in Wisconsin, public school students outperform voucher students on the WKCE test. That's extraordinary. Specifically, among Milwaukee voucher students, 10.8% in reading, 11.9% in math scored proficient or better. Among the Milwaukee public schools, it was 14.2% in reading and 19.7% in math. More importantly, our Beloit schools outperformed the voucher schools. WKCE tests are administered to grades 3 through 8, plus the 10th grade. Key tests are math and English. That's 2 tests per grade, 7 different grades. It's a total of 14 different test scores. In all 14 instances, the Beloit School District outperformed the Milwaukee Charter Schools. Now, the Milwaukee Charter Schools extraordinary and it's worthy of applause. And the Beloit Charter and the Milwaukee Charter Schools aren't some startup operation. They've been there, as we saw in this video, for 22 years. They've had time to get it right. And in all that time, apparently, they haven't gotten it right. Apparently, they still can't offer the quality of education that we can offer right here in Beloit. So that's why I get pretty fired up about this. That's why I get pretty fired up when we're called a lousy school district. That's why I think that we need to be out and we need to be telling our story. We need to be telling our story to our state legislators and our state senators and our newspapers and our media. We have a story to tell. It's an extraordinary story. We are a successful school district. We ought to be proud of it. Thank you.